I'm here today to talk about heart rate and staying in your fat burning zone. So how do you know you're in your fat burning zone when you're doing your cardio or even your resistance training? It's all based on heart rate and numbers, and it's pretty simple. There's a couple ways that you can measure this. One is perceived exertion. The other one is maximum heart rate. Let's talk about maximum heart rate. So it's a simple equation. You're going to take the number 220 minus your age. So 220 minus your age is going to be, let's just say 40, okay? 40 minus 220 is 180. That would be your maximum effort heart rate, 180 beats per minute. So when you're sprinting, going all out, your heart rate should reflect around 180. Now, let's talk about fat burning. Not all of us, but some of us are wanting to be in that fat burning zone for the majority of our workout, okay? So how do you get that number? So what you're gonna do is you're going to get your calculator out or somebody that's really good with math in your house, and you're gonna take that number 180 and multiply it times 80%, write that number down, multiply 180 times 70%, write that down, and then also multiply 180 times 65%. And you wanna memorize those numbers or have it on a little sheet until you can get it memorized. And that way, when you're doing your cardio, you know that you need to stay between those numbers. Again, it's based on your age, so make sure that you do 220 minus your age. A little disclaimer, this is very important. I personally, my heart rate can go sometimes a little bit above 180, and sometimes it's a little bit below. And I like to go on how I feel, which is perceived exertion. So if I'm feeling that breathless, out of breath, sucking wind, then I know that I have gone beyond my fat burning zone. I am now all out anaerobic, so no longer using oxygen. You have to have oxygen as your fuel source to burn fat. So if you cannot talk in a sentence, that's why it's a great way to walk with a friend and see if you can talk and converse while you're walking, running, doing your elliptical. Then you know that you're in that fat burning zone. So if you don't have a smartwatch, you can always go by that perceived exertion, okay? And that can go on a scale of 1 to 10. Am I working at a 10 where I'm sucking wind at that 9, or I'm at that 6, 7, and 8 to where I'm able to carry on a conversation, sing the ABCs, if you will. Okay, so that is the basics for staying in fat burning. I want y'all to drop questions below about it and let me know what your number is. And also, when you're exercising, do you use perceived exertion? Do you do the breath test, or do you use your heart rate? And keep in mind, this heart rate platform right there, that number can be off, studies show, by 10 to 15 above or below. And I'm actually one of those people that's a little bit above, that I can have my heart rate a little bit higher and still not be sucking wind. So this is where we want to be, y'all, and it's going to be important on our cardio days to go by this method.